Alrighty, hello everybody, hello, just real quick finishing setting up, but thought I might as well go live, rather than delay any further. Should be good to set up, get started here in a moment. Jesus Christ, of course my iPad proceeds to update while I'm not paying attention. And now I need to real quick skip through some things. Alright, okay. Alright. Here we go. There we are. Okay. All right. Yes, it is going to be a big week for sure. Lots of streaming for sure. Between Zenless and Star Rail, I'm excited for this upcoming week. But for now, we have some Pokemon, and maybe some Enfield later in the week as well. Depends on how much I can justify streaming next week. Might have to wait until the week after, but I've been enjoying Enfield in the background as well, so I'm eager to continue streaming that. Anyways, though, to focus in on Pokemon, not a lot has happened since last time, but here's for the updates. I got my friend to help me out, and Takir has become a lovely golem. Vonis, just through walking around a bunch, I was able to get to evolve. Haven't quite done the same for Kadu yet. They're just on their way. They have the Soothe Bell for that. And beyond that, I, similarly, just running around, hatched the Togepi egg, but forgot to name it, accidentally didn't name it, so it's just sitting in the box as Togepi. Is Zenless wait, what? Zenless is tomorrow? Really? Okay, I'll look into that later. Maybe I'm streaming tomorrow. Okay. Good to know, I guess. But yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at, and I have things ready and set up for us to catch some stuff. And when I say some stuff, I mean make progress as soon as we catch this one thing. So let's do that. Huh, wow, okay, I thought it was Tuesday was gonna be Zenless and Wednesday was gonna be Star Rail. I guess that's off. I guess I was wrong about that. Either way, doesn't change too much. I'll stream it anyways. But yeah. Oh, and might as well pick up that item while we're here. Anyways, what we're hoping to see here is that exactly. Okay, and because it's female, we don't have any chance at Gallade, but oh well, that's fine. Now, I'm just going to immediately throw a ball because we do not want a repeat of last time. I would use a Dust Ball, but it is not truly night yet, so Great Ball is our best bet. Come on! Get in the ball, Ralts. No. Okay, it didn't immediately run. Don't love the super effective. I'm gonna pivot Mons and hope it doesn't teleport away in the process. Vonis is our highest level. Oh wait, is Poison weak to Psychic? It is, so Vonis is actually a bad idea. Let's do Takir, because they're our next highest level, and they're tanky. Yeah, if I had Sleep Powder, this would be a lot simpler, but I don't. Lucky Chant? Okay. Shielded from critical hits. Okay. Anyways, let's hope that it doesn't teleport. Come on. One? It's... Double team? Okay, it's really setting up. I'll rather that than the other options, so, you know, I'll take it. Third time's the charm? Please? Jesus Christ. It's not teleporting away, which is good. I'm half tempted to hit it once, but I don't want to kill it, and also I don't want to risk it teleporting. 1, 2, 3. There it is! Good start. Good start. Nerve-wracking, but we did it. That's what I like to see. A shame that we can't do Gallade, but it does answer the question of which one we do. Lene. Alright, we have Lene. I think I'll keep them in the box for now, not add them to main team quite yet. But definitely gonna keep them in mind, especially for the next gym we're up against. Because Psychic will be nice there. It won't be like a singular win con, but it'll be nice. Yes, I'm hoping that is a sign for the stream overall, rather than just a bit of good luck before everything goes to shit. Alright. That, I'm happy with that. That's good. But now, we'll continue north. And immediately try to catch something else. So, honestly, I should keep Badoo in the front slot. On this next route, I think the most interesting thing that's a chance is... I think Scyther's on this route? I need to double check for sure, but we'll see, potentially. But I'm gonna switch Badoo back to front, because I was a bit too hasty. Let's get up here, and now let's just wander in the grass. Okay, Ponyta, we already have one of those. I honestly forgot that we already did. Alright, in which case I think... Well, first off, run like hell. Uh-oh. I forgot how fast Ponyta is. Don't die, Kadu! Why did it have to crit? Oh my fucking god. That... Oh my fucking god. What the fuck do you mean that's how this is starting? Oh my god. Great! Woo! Amazing start. Oh boy. Poor Kadu. Never was gonna likely have too much of a role in the party, other than catching, but that's sad. I like my little guy. Well, now we don't have a good catcher. Yeah, truly, Pokemon giveth and taketh away. Alright. In that case... who do we throw into the party? Yeah, one little green guy for another, indeed. Do we have Flying Poison? Not a lot of poison rep in it, but, you know, poison. Rock Ground, Electric, soon to be ground, but grass. And then Barrel. Good old Lumpsy. So, we're lacking fighting, we're lacking fire, we're lacking water. That, I think, makes the most sense, honestly. Just as, like, general coverage. Though, realistically, I could also very much see fighting. We already have electric, so, you know. So, I think that's a good one. Ooh, great way to start. Alright, oh yeah, there's also, I completely forgot, Salacian Ruins nearby, just to catch an unknown and grab Defog. Might as well do that. Might as well, as soon as I remember how to actually get there. Truly a wild way for things to start, though. Don't say nothing exciting happens ever here on stream, because that certainly was something. Yeah, well, Psychic is absolutely gonna be one of our big things, when it comes to just the next gym in general. So, Bronzor, and, well, I don't know if Bronzor's the best pick. We'll figure it out. But Ralts absolutely is gonna shine there. Anyways, just trying to see who our best catcher is at this point. I forgot Formobs has Curse. Yeah, none of us have, like, a good move. Yeah, I forget where exactly the evolution stones are, and we don't... Well, we have an Eevee, so might as well grab them. So I'll just wander picking up items until we end up getting Defog and a stone or two. Okay, that rock doesn't have anything, I guess. As well as an unknown. Don't know if that guy's a trainer, but good thing we avoided him if he is. Okay, nothing in that rock. Yes. No, Rotom will probably be in the team as well because of the ghost. That will be very nice. There's the Water Stone. Okay, so we could Vaporeon. Of course, if we wanted to Umbreon or, okay, that's a fight. Or what is it? God, names. Espeon. Espeon. I was wanting to say Vespion, but I knew that was wrong. The V isn't there. If we wanted one of those, obviously, then the stones aren't relevant for that. But, you know, might as well have them for choice. This is not a good matchup. Lamosi. Double-checking your move. You got Water Pulse. Water against the rock? I think that works. But yeah, no, I feel like realistically, Rotom will be a good one, because also there is a little bit of Psychic in there, which we'll be fine against. And then, obviously, Psychic types will be good for fighting. And then, other than that, it'll be a little bit more case-by-case, I think. Because she has a Fighting Steel, Fighting Psychic, and a Fighting type. Interesting. I hadn't thought of them as Umbreon as a counter to the Ice Gym, but yeah, huh. Yeah, no, I'm a fan of Umbreon, so there's a... And also we're playing at night, so there's a decent chance that's what I'll go with. But we'll use case-by-case basis for, like, what we actually end up needing. Alright. Though, admittedly, it's a little hard to just easily evolve the Umbreon direction. Bronzor, I'm just going to keep hitting you and not worry about it. Flareon is good, though. I like, honestly, pretty much all of the EV types. Alright, one more hit should do. Extrasensory, ooh. If that was a crit, we're fine. Alrighty. That is fair. That is a very solid counter. That is a very solid counter. Yeah, huh. I guess we'll want to bring Umbreon, potentially. That, I think, is a very solid option. Honestly, I guess we haven't been walking much outside of the stairs, but I'm surprised we haven't hit a random encounter yet. God, I forgot how big the ruins are. Where am I? I'm already lost. Thunderstone, okay, okay. Realistically, outside of the stones, though, there are other items. The defog HM is the main thing I'm looking for. Okay, so we went this way, but this was that. Okay, so let's see. Did we go this way? I think we did, yeah. Yeah, no, I always find, like, the gimmick counters to be very fun. Alright, I don't fucking know where I'm going at this point. I think I already did that one. We've continued to avoid that guy. Yeah, okay, I must have missed some path. Are you going to... Thank you, sir. Where has I missed? Because I did this. I did this. This leads into this. I've done that. Yeah, no, generally speaking, I feel like go down is the right vibe. Okay, I don't think I necessarily explored everything in... Oh god, okay. That's where it sprawls out more. So I'll start with here, clearing everything there. That's one we already checked, evidently. And I think this was where the Thunderstone was? Yeah, I think so. So then we go into the next branch. Once again, I'm shocked we haven't had any random encounters. Maybe they're only at night? Eh, whatever. Still items worth picking up here. I imagine this is... Yeah, okay, this is where the defog is. Along with other items. A nugget is actually quite nice, because we're running low on money. I made sure to be very stocked up on Pokeballs before this, all things considered, and now we're sort of broke. Didn't want a repeat of last time where we just run out of Pokeballs. Yeah, in which case I don't know why we haven't run into anything. I might just sort of run up and down while I double check I'm not missing anything. Oh, okay, there it is. Truly, we were just getting the most insane luck. Alright, it's an unknown. I believe that's the N unknown. Just gonna throw a ball. Not to dust yet, so... And honestly, I'm not too concerned about catching an unknown, so... Just gonna throw a normal Pokeball. Oh, the hiker gives an item once you have defog? Okay, good to know. Yeah, I'm not surprised it didn't catch immediately. Honestly, might chuck a single move at it just for the sake of whittling it down. I am excited to get to black and white, honestly. Oh wait, I just did dark damage to a normal type, didn't I? Yes, I did. I was thinking it was my non-stab move. Oh well. Oops. No unknown for us. Believe it or not, I'm not too concerned about getting unknown. Alright, in which case... We go there, we go there... We go here. The nice thing about getting lost was I had to fully map the place out in my mind as I went through, so now I know how to get out. Yep, I got the item already. Alright. Ah, a green shard. Okay, okay. That is hypothetically useful. It may be, maybe. I mean, honestly, the loss of Kadu hurts, but the loss of an unknown encounter, if it's between that and a Ralts, I take the Ralts. Alright. With that, we can actually go back up to the top and catch something there. Just making sure to be healed up before, obviously. Looking at this route, for things we don't have already, there's a 5% Chansey chance. The Chansey chance. If it was nighttime, there'd be a chance of Hoot Hoot or Noctowl, but it's not night quite yet. Roselia, but, you know, unless I wanted to forgo Dupe's Claws, we already have that. Staravia, we already have a dead one of those. Geodude, we already have. Ponyta, we already have. Meaning, wow, okay, until it reaches night, Scyther is the only thing that we can catch here. Wow. That's impressive. We get a Scyther if we can manage to catch it once we find it. Oh, and what's this mention about Altaria? Is that for the next route? Where's the Altaria that you're mentioning? Because if it's on this route, could be worth saving. Though I do like Scyther. Also, Scyther's not going to show up for a while. Okay, okay. Right, okay. I'm remembering a few things with the Psyduck and such. Okay, yeah. So it's part of the same area as the Fog area, where... Okay, and then is Altaria basically in the northern section? Is that what it is? Oh, Scyther's also in the next route? Okay, okay. Probably worth to pick up Scyther in the next route then, and wait for Altaria in the north. Oh yeah, yeah. For Platinum, Altaria, well, Swablu, then therefore Altaria is an option. Meditite also, which could be a possibility of them appearing, but Swablu at night is the most likely. Yeah, the sheer amount of disconnected routes is sort of wild. Alright, in that case, yeah, I think I'll save this route, like, encounter, assuming this isn't gonna secretly just be, Scyther now. The chance of Scyther is low, so, I'm gonna save this for once we're on the other side, and there's more options, including, Swablu. And we'll just make our way to the next route. Gonna grab these berries, though. Yeah, the disconnected routes are gonna get messy to remember which ones we haven't done later, if we're not careful. But I think we'll be able to keep track of it. We've caught something in both of the caves we've had access to so far, and we aren't catching anything here initially, so... I think that's the only overlapping route so far. Alright. Up there we go, and I already dealt with those because I accidentally ran into them while running up and down this route. Right, and then this is where the Psyduck are blocking off. That's the Cafe Cabin, and now we're into 215. There we go. Alright, so looking at this route... Well, woof-ba-ba. That's what I have to say. Okay. So here we have actually an interesting array of possibilities. There's, between Aber and Kadabra, a 20% chance of their line, a 5% chance of Scyther at this time of day, and a 25% chance of Meryl. Those are what we're looking at. So we got some possibilities. Let's see what we run into. Meryl is the most statistically likely, but, well, of the new options. But following that is Abra, so we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. I don't think we have the metal coat currently. I forget where you get that. And if you can, before or post-game. I know a lot of the time those items are hard to find. The double story of it. If I end up with a Scyther, I'll definitely look into the metal coat to see where we can get it, though, if we don't have it already. God, too many things happen at the start of every fight for me to just be running quickly and easily. Come on, something other than Staravia. Okay, okay. Immediately throwing a ball. Just immediately doing that. Let's see if we can do it. Another Psychic would be huge at this point. If only it was night. Okay, it didn't work. And it immediately teleports, damn. I could have dreamed, I could have dreamed. That's sad. Oh well. I'm not surprised. Alright, I think mandatory fight here. Worth double checking. I think the level cap is 32? Yeah, 32. So, need to be careful with leveling. But we are on our way towards the gym, all things considered, so we should be fine. Alright, not like a perfect matchup here, but whatever. It's fine. We have the level advantage. Yeah, that's not very effective. I should have bit. Need to get back in the, oh, also I'm poisoned, yeah, so they're gonna be super effective. Alright. But realistically, a bite should do the job. And of course we have speed. Oh wow, actually it's shockingly similar damage, but the flinch worked. I guess because it's steel, it's not being super effective. Yeah, that'd do it. Either way, though, it's not resisted. Yeah, I think we already have one of the Porygon items. I was planning on picking them up once we got there. What else you got? Ah, Shieldon. Alright. Honestly, just gonna pivot at a certain point. Shieldon is steel something, right? I always forget. Weirdly enough, despite it being my, like, childhood gen, I often forget what a lot of the slightly nicher mons in Gen 4 are. Rock Steel. I felt like it was something other than just steel, but... So, water would work, but ground would be even better. Right, okay, yeah. Each Mars fight. Metal sound. Don't love that. Yeah. Levitate is always a bit of a bitch. Alright, magnitude 6 probably doesn't kill. Anyway, it is quad effective, I guess, so makes sense on that front. There we go, that's that. Honestly, I feel like right now Takir and Vonis are our most powerful warriors. Between single battle and double battle, they are so powerful. Alright, just want to double check one thing real quick. Yeah, okay. Alright. On we go. We're still plenty healthy. Snagging this item. A max ether just in the middle of the road? Okay. I'll take that. Yeah, that is always the tricky gamble, is do you try to rely on the lack of levitate and then suffer when it is? Or do you just accept your fate and fight regardless of if it actually has it? Okay, gonna wait for the turn. First quick turn of the night. Had to happen at some point. And because this is a fighting guy, should have had a psychic type in the party. Oh well. Or you could have Krogunk. Okay. Sure. Realistically, because we're a flying type, we should be fine. It's just straight up a one-shot. Alright. There we go. There we go. We've already caught something, so I don't care whatever this is. Lickitung? I didn't realize that was an option here. Since when was that an option? Oh, I guess it is. I completely overlooked it. I guess we could have run into a Lickitung. Ah, yeah. Buffed by rain, water Pokemon is gross. Okay, good to know. Luckily, our main double battlers, as I was just establishing, Vaunis and Takir. Oh no, but water for Takir. That's actually scary for Takir. In that case, I should double check what ability Shellos has. Or at least ours does. Yeah, what does Lamosi have? Sticky Hold, okay. Like, a tiny part of my brain was like, do they have Water Absorb? But no. In which case, it probably is Vaunis and for Mubs once we get there. Because for Mubs isn't ground yet, so they resist. And then are super effective. Yeah, I think that's the way. We have our answer to that fight, I guess. Jesus Christ, the moment I step into the grass. Somebody Staravia. Yeah, that would have been good, too. Is that the other ability they can have? That would have been so nice. Alright, what's this item down here? Hyper Potion, how useful. Yes, indeed. We are haunted by the dead. Next thing we know, we're going to be running into just Budu. I'm still sad that we lost Kadu. They were redundant type-wise, but they were our best catcher, and I just like them. Yeah, the amount of, like, shockingly good items that just appear in the routes is shocking. I'm used to some of the earlier games at this point where it's not that at all. Okay, we've bypassed a few guys. Good thing we have our HM holder here for all of these random items. Shockwave, okay. Outrunning that guy. Might as well pick up this item. A full heal? Okay, sure. And I assume that is the fight you're talking about? We can make it a single battle, but I'm not too worried. We got good double battling potential. Because also, isn't Isn't Razor Leaf a double hit? I know one of the grass moves is. Alright. Let's see. Jesus. 6 Pokemon. Those aren't water types. Anyways, still good to not have Jakir in there because grass type, but you know. Alright. Air Cutter will be very good against Roselia. And yeah, Razor Leaf doubles. So though it's going to be resisted, the super effective of Air Cutter probably does the rest of the work. That was a crit on Gligar? No, I'm with you there. Dark humor is the best way to go. Definitely, there's no other better ways. Alright, probably doesn't kill Roselia here. Doesn't even kill Gligar. Yeah, no, nowhere near killing Roselia. But another Air Cutter will do it. Because absolutely outspeed. And then the Razor Leaf will go to whatever is next. I mean, they still might. A crit, okay. They still might have some water types in the back. They might be their aces. The differences between Diamond and Pearl versus Platinum always confuse me, though. There's just enough differences that I always get thrown off. It's the rare case where I've played both. Oh, interesting. That's how that plays out in Gen 4. I was assuming that the Razor Leaf would hit the next wave. Rift Limb. And Ralts. Okay, yeah, no, this is a team. Probably this is still our best bet in general, though. Want the Ralts dead as fast as possible to not kill Vonis. And it is dead because we crit. Hell yeah, Vonis. I think Air Cutter has a higher crit rate, so not surprising, but... Gust. Ow. Yeah, that makes sense. That's super effective, yeah. Drifloon is Ghost Flying? Oh, nice crit. Not very effective, though, of course. I feel like that's right, Ghost Flying. Oh, look at tongue. Yeah, Ghost Flying, okay. In which case... Now that there's no... but it's flying, so magnitude won't work. I mean, it probably just dies here, so... I'm honestly not too concerned. And also I have Bite. I'm gonna make sure I finish off the Drifloon. That's my goal. I'm not too concerned about Lickitung. Jesus, that did nothing to the Lickitung. We should survive this. Ah! Terrifying. Now it's dead. Definitely switching for Mubs now. Oh, fuck. Fucking Aftermath? Fucking Aftermath. We lost both of our grass and our start. What the fuck? Why is it always the random little things that I forget that do it? My fucking starter. God fucking damn it. Come on, Takir, we're going all out. Oh, that's a water type. There's their water type. Just in time. Oh, and the fucking poison point. Weasel's fast. I'm pivoting immediately. The fucked up thing, I wasn't thinking about it in the moment, but I did at the moment that the Drifloon appeared. remember that Drifloon had Aftermath because of the fucking small ant no damage run of Platinum that he did a few years back. Oh my fucking god. I fucking knew about it. I just forgot. I could have pivoted. I could have fucking pivoted. I just assumed I'd be fine. Yeah, I'm poisoned. We're fast, so honestly a bite should be the move now that there's only one. And I'll water pulse, because stab, rain. Okay, we should be fine. That fucking sucks. The curse of actually getting rolls. Yeah, no, we're gonna enter Veilstone, and we're not gonna be happy. I feel like my starters never survive long. I never can keep them alive. Oh, poison. Just gonna play it safe, not risk anything. Or I guess maybe I will, because I don't know if I want to use a full heal. And they have enough health. I'm gonna snag, and we are like right there. Yeah, getting another grass type would be very nice. I don't know where the next best place to pick up a grass type is, though. Outside of, like, ignoring dupes. Alright, we're in Veilstone. Making sure that I'm not accidentally killing Lamosi. They're at 26. That's fine. We're fine. Where is the Pokemon Center? 19. We're fine. Where is the Pokemon Center? Where the fuck is the Pokemon? Is that it right there? That's it. There. Ooh, boy. Okay, there we are. Oof. Not a great run to the city. Oh boy. We got the one Ralts and then everything was gone to shit. Alright. This is a particularly harrowing burial. Didn't even reach their full potential. Also, I'm sorry, but I need that quick claw. Okay. I mean, might as well bring Ralts in because they're going to be relevant soon. I'll formulate the rest of the team in a moment. For now, just go wander about a little. Yeah, 3 to 4 routes, so we can see what we get. Hopefully a grass type. Alright. Now, if there's anything that we need to do before the gym, I don't remember it. Right, okay, I think there's just some dialogue and stuff. Yeah, I remember briefly looking and those being the relevant ones I remember. Which is sad, because that's not really relevant. We'll still pick them up, because those are some nice encounters. But not relevant for next gym after this one. Okay, yeah, that probably is a good, worthwhile thing. I was remembering there was at least something to do in this town. I was forgetting there was the Porygon in this town, though, rather than next. So north of the center, you say? Oh, I don't have an open slot. Need to open that up first. Alright, I guess it is time to formulate the team, though, once we grab the Porygon. So realistically, Ralts for sure. Need to get them up to speed, but for sure. Actually, wait. Yeah, no, we're just dropping something off initially. But, might as well just formulate. Porygon, if it learns some psychic moves, that's all good. That works. Flying is nice. So probably we'll keep that. Rock Ground is not going to be safe in the fighting gym. Electric doesn't specifically do much for us. But if gonna wait to like remove other people until I know whether or not we have open slots still. So yeah, thinking about it. Yeah, I was sort of thinking along that line. Yeah, it is fast, so it is possible. Let's throw him in for now. Just wanted to double check move lists, so, like, of them. So, okay. Alright, so if we brought along... If we brought along Rotom, their ghost type will be quite nice against fighting. Of course, they have things that can hit them, so it's not like they're just a full gimmick win. But outside of Meditite, who has Confusion, it's pretty much rock-type moves and normal moves, which are fine. Normal-type moves don't work. Yeah, okay. So it'll basically force them out of their... it'll force Machoke out of a super effective... Like, well, not super... Force them out of a stab move. So if we don't have a better option, that's good. But Lucario and Meditite both have a stab move of their other type. It just is not super effective against Rotom. So Rotom is a pretty decent switch option. Okay. Yeah, if we evolved Togepi, they would be flying. If we're just looking for flying, we also know they're bug poison. They just can fly. Alright. Gonna move Zelky out. Just gonna pick up the Porygon for now. The question is how viably easy is it for us to evolve Togepi right now? Because isn't Togepi a friendship love, like, evolve? Give me the computer program. Alright. Yes, I would like to give it a nickname. Yeah, high friendship. So that would be a lot of running in circles, but hypothetically. Blue. True, okay. Remind me, where is the massage lady? Because I do not recall. Also, how much does the massage lady even give? Because it presumably is a lot, but not a lot to do, not enough to do it, like, immediately. Oh, also, I just realized I'm being dumb. We have another psychic type in Phnom. They are steel type though, so. Okay, right under the gym. Cool. So we have Phnom, but they are steel type, which, you know, isn't great against fighting. So, debatable. I guess they'd be neutral? Is that right? Because the psychic type, yeah, they'd be neutral. And then they'd have psychic type moves. So, I mean, they're an option. Better than most. Yeah. Okay, in which case, it is the question. Do we put in the effort to evolve Togepi and replace, like, Kluv or Nustiv or something like that? Or Zovux? Or do we trust in this team? That is a good question. I would assume at this point, because our cap is 32. I will check, though. Bronzor evolves to Bronzong at 33? One above the cap. That is fucking stupid. What? Okay. Of course it's one above. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, Porygon sure does exist. Kluv is currently here just for whatever psychic stuff they learn. Let's see. Also worth checking when Porygon learns the corresponding moves. Let's see. Psybeam. Well, okay, let's see what moves they have. Okay, they have Psybeam already. They have Psybeam and Magnet Rise. So they have Psybeam. And they're not going to learn another psychic move as the normal Porygon. They get Signal Beam in a few levels. Alright. And then I'd have to do shenanigans with Friend, but if they have Upgrade in hand when I do shenanigans, they could evolve. Which, I think I have Upgrade. Yeah, we have Upgrade. So, I'd have to do the little friend thing, but that's fine. And then just looking at Porygon 2's moves. Looks the same. Does not change, it's just stat difference. Okay. I mean, might as well. And, hey, if I'm being completely honest, I might have a solution for the other option, too, if I'm really feeling like it. Alright. In which case, yeah, it really is the question of Kluv, but, like, of these three, are any of them worth trading for Togepi? What does Togepi learn once they evolve? Because Porygon already has a good answer to things. As being normal type... Geez, normal Togepi does not learn much of anything good, like, relevant, at least. But, of course, once they get flying with Togetic, and just double-checking, Shiny Stone, it gets them to the last stage. Which I don't know if we have a Shiny Stone. Worth double-checking. Okay. With that, they still don't learn any relevant, like, super relevant moves. Hello, Josh. Good to see you. We're currently planning for the fighting gym, debating some of our options. Yeah, outside of, like, Move Tutor or TMs, Togetic doesn't learn any, like, flying or psychic or anything like that. And Togekiss doesn't naturally learn anything, but has flying-type moves that could be relearned. Okay. Yeah, in which case, I don't think Togepi is a great option, because they're a normal type who, at best, we'd get them to be normal flying, so they'd just be neutral. And they wouldn't have great moves, where Kluve, at the very least, is a fucking glass cannon, at least. So I think that might be the way. Also, that way, it's a little less annoying to get evolution. Though I will need to get my friend involved. So, I think we'll go with that. And I'll do that right before we go in. So it's not like a crazy busted team we have here, but it certainly is a team. Yes, indeed, Siege. The pocket of the monsters. It is what we are dealing with, rummaging in my pocket for the best mons. There's the rare candies. Alright, gonna bring up, as usual, everyone to about 30, I think, because that's 2 below cap, and then we'll see how many random fights we get into in the gym. Alright. Anon, this'll be your first chance to show us what you got. Causes flinch. Honestly, I'll replace confusion with that. It's higher PP, higher damage. Flinching is nice. Here we continue. Just a few more levels. Sadly, they won't evolve before the gym, but oh well. And here's to hoping they don't fucking explode. Iron defense. Sharply raising defense. I mean, that is nice, hypothetically. We already have someone with Confuse Ray, and also I'm not a big Confuse Ray guy. Imprison is funny, I'm gonna keep it. Also, Phnom honestly could be sort of a catcher in the right scenario, because they have Hypnosis. Yeah, that is absurd circumstances that they are truly 1 level away from evolution for this level cap. Alright, there we go. Safeguard. Safeguard is nice, not super relevant to this. I think I'll replace Imprison, because though Imprison has its good uses, just being immune to status is nice. Alright, now we have Lene, who immediately evolves. That's nice. I forget, what level does Lene become Gardevoir? Good old Corilla. 30. Perfect. Nice and cleanly in there. Yeah, I'm hoping that Lene will sort of be one of the mainstays in this fight. Oh, Magical Leaf. A little bit of type coverage, perhaps. Can't Miss is nice. Teleport is good utility, but I don't think I need it. I can just brave the walk. Hopefully they learn a better psychic move. All Mind is very nice. I think I'll get rid of Lucky Chance. Now just give me a better psychic move. Something better than confusion, please. Anyways, evolution. Yeah. Magical Leaf is not a true replacement for a grass type. But it's better. Yeah, no, we do have access to Game Corner now. We can gimmick our way to victory. That's the wrong one. Alright, so nothing good on 1A yet for attack. Guess what level they learn Psychic? 33! Oh, that is stupid. That is fucking stupid. Okay. Cool. Oh boy. Fire Spin is funny. Don't know if I really need it though, because it's just sort of bad. It's funny but bad. Everything's at 33. God, yeah. I can imagine. Takedown hurts user a little. I'm not the biggest fan of self-damaging things, outside of, like, when they're immune to recoil. Which, as far as I know, Nustiv is not. I do forget what Nustiv's ability is, though, worth checking. Flash Fire, right. Yeah, the 85 accuracy is also not a great thing. I've weirdly become a little bit more okay with the slightly bad accuracy moves, just because sometimes they can be very clutch, but not always. Thunderwave, well, Shockwave is just better PP Thundershock, but it can't paralyze. Well, not better PP, better power, rather. I'm not crazy about Uproar. I'll get Rare Uproar. I know it's semi-redundant to have both of those, but eh. Yes, never miss moves are quite nice in certain situations. Ominous Wind. That is pretty nice. That is huge. I think I'll drop Confuse Ray. Yeah, so Zovok's pretty nice with that Ghost. And Kluve, you sure do exist. Ooh, Signal Beam! Type coverage! Oh, I also missed that they have Recover. Jeez. Agility is funny, but also, yeah. Magnet Rise can be good, but in very specific circumstances. I don't think I need it, though. There we go. In which case... Oh, one more level for Clue. Oopsie. What am I doing? No, okay, I'm there. I completely lost track of what I was doing for a second. Fucking streamer brain. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised you can get those, but those will be nice. Alright. Let's see how difficult to get something in the Game Corner it is. I forget exactly how this Game Corner works. Okay. Hey there. Where do we get a coin case? Young man next door, okay. Actually, talking to NPCs helps. Crazy. God. Alright, this is where you exchange. No, I don't even have coins. That's not the guy. Oh, okay. Where is that? Clown. I found the clown. It said next door, I just didn't check the right next door. There we go. And now, try to see how brutal the gambling is. Yeah, no, it is funny how that is separated. Is that Looker? Alright. 1,000 for 50 coins, jeez. Okay, before I do anything, worth double checking how much we need. What is this? No. 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 Sword Stance is nice, but no. 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 I'm just brute forcing this for now. Oop, nope. Didn't mean to exit out. Nope, 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 nope. I think we got to, like, there. Pretty much. New. I'll be here somewhere. Okay, 35 is Flamethrower. 24 is Thunderbolt. Ice Beam is 13. Psychic is 29. Okay. So, 10,000. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I do not strongly remember the gambling here. So, we'll see how it goes. I'll snag a few coins. We don't have a ton of money, so I'm just grabbing 50. Right, so there's the slots. And what's the Clefairy thing you're talking about? Is it not just the slots? Jesus. Because as far as I can tell, there's just the slots here. The brain. Okay. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, I see. So there's the thing on the bottom. Alright, anyways, what the fuck am I doing? Alright. Just fucking brute forcing this. Oh, there's a Pokeball. Come on, gambling. Am I supposed to, like, do anything with the Pokeball, or? Okay, that's something. Gambling! Okay, okay, I see. Interesting. Very wacky. Anyways, not having the greatest luck with the gambling. Okay, there's something. It's a little strange that I have to be pressing all these buttons for the different parts, but whatever. Alright. We're getting something. Truly engaging gameplay. Okay, worth double checking that. Actually, I'll take the opportunity to just go around and get those real quick. Might as well. Oh yeah, there's the dad. Okay, there's some coins. There's some coins. I know how they work vaguely. Wacky, okay. Yeah, if the cops are all just at the game corner gambling, who's gonna solve all the crime? Alright. Let's see. I'm not gonna spend too much time here, so if we run out, I'm gonna just not worry about it. Because honestly, even if we just have confusion rather than psychic, that's okay. We should be fine. Just seeing if we get some lucky breaks. But doesn't seem like massively so. We're getting some stuff though. Truly Team Rocket's master plan indeed. Something tells me we're not going net positive right now. Streamer luck is not working out so far. So far, the streamer luck is not really here. We're gonna run out of coins before we know it. And there we go. Okay, no psychic for us. Oh well, I'm not gonna spend more money on more coins right now. That'll be a more like last resort thing for later down the line. Alright. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, we ran out that time, so oh well. Okay. Time for the gym itself. Let's see. Yeah, we can hit the bags. Oh, right, okay, they can break down some small things like that. Okay, where does this go? There. And blocks off my path. Alright, yeah, I don't know, he's been in every game, but I don't know who that guy is. He's just sort of there, always. Alright, so that... Let's us wrap around this way. There's a hole there, so can't do much about that. Just gonna push that way to break that. Push it that way to break that. As soon as it moves again. Okay. We can get around this way, but... Oh, oops. Gotta break that last one. Okay. Don't strongly remember the solution to this puzzle, but I distinctly remember the whole gimmick. Don't think we can avoid that guy if we come around this way. And there wasn't really another way to come at this, so... Alright. I guess we're fighting. And honestly... Bonus is pretty good here. Nom has the best psychic move, but is obviously neutral. So probably Vonus. Yeah, I don't know why all the tires are there. Oh, goddammit, this guy's now blocking off my path. Oh well. I can go in and out. A Krogunk, you say? What if I just aerial striked? There we go, with a crit. That's what we like to see. Yeah, weirdly enough, I think Vonus is going to be a big one here. Don't want to open with them, because the Metatite has a psychic move, but could be good in general. Wow, didn't one-shot. Wow, foresight, crazy. Alright. There's the kill. The level up, that's why we didn't go to max yet. And there they are. Okay, so that one's dealt with, but still don't have a clear way because they moved in the way. I can try a maneuver around that guy, but I'm just gonna honestly go in and out since it's so easy. Yep, no, I distinctly remember Krogunk for that very same reason. Oh god, the tires reappear. Okay, good to know. In that case... just going to... break these tires, because might as well. Gives more places to go. But then I'll just go this way. Okay. So, if I bring this way, I should be able to loop it around this way. Then break this, which earns me access to this, leading me to be able to finagle that one. Okay, so I can use this to break that tire. I then need to maneuver around this guy to get to that one, I think. Here's to hoping I can maneuver. Turn. The quick turn. It always happens. It always does. Alright, let's see if they have something that can stand up to Vonus. Only one mon. Heracross. Interesting. It dies. A fighting bug. Yes, very much so. There is a similarity there. And the crit? Okay. Yes. Quick turn always strikes at least once every single, not even run, but stream. We already had one earlier this day. Okay. Bring that down there. Then loop around. Send it that way. And now I need to loop all around to here, and I'll swing this way before swinging it back this way further. And now I loop around butt again. Guess I could have done that one first. And the path... I said the path is open. At which point, we do that, and we have access to the gym leader. There we go. And with that, let's level up. Vonus was unharmed, but probably shouldn't be in the front. 1 level for Vonus, 2 for everyone else. Okay. Realistically, trying to think about who's best to start. I guess we could start with Lene. Yeah, no, I feel like we're pretty well off here. Just want to be careful if I can be. So, given Lene's ability... Yes, very much so if we get that lucky level up, which I think unlikely, but possible, they suddenly skyrocket in power. But funnily enough, a rare moment where looking at the enemy's abilities is, like, actually deeply important. Okay, so the Meditite ability is not super relevant to her. Because Pure Power is not useful to a special, based Mon. Guts for Machoke isn't super relevant. And if they moved in for Steadfast, Steadfast is Steadfast. Okay. Yeah, I feel like Lene's a good opener, because Lene, being pure psychic, resists the fighting, resists the psychic, meaning that all that Meditite and Machoke have that isn't resisted is normal and rock. And that's just neutral. What's their physical defense? Not great, is the thing. And a pure power Meditite is a little scary. How do they compare to Phnom? Phnom has a lot better defense, but obviously doesn't resist the psychic, well, the fighting moves. We can open with Lene and see how it goes, I suppose. If they have to pivot, they have to pivot. I'm just worried about them getting, like, one-shot by pure power. Yeah. They are quite physically fragile. And Calm Mind only is, like, half relevant here, and I don't think they could take 2 hits easily. They have Double Team, but I don't think they'd have the time to set that up, and that's not guaranteed. Phnom has the heavier hitting attack. Resists the psychic part, but obviously not the fighting part. And also the other thing to consider is against Meditite, who opens, they are fighting Psychic, so it's not like Psychic is super effective against them. It's just Flying that is super effective. Well, Flying and Ghost. So that actually opens a possibility. Yeah, that's a thought. What if we started with Zovux? doesn't resist, but has better physical defense, and has Ominous Wind as a super effective. That could be the opener to fight Metatite. Because we don't have anyone who resists everything that they do. Nom does have Hypnosis, that is a possibility. But that is sort of risky. Though I could Hypnosis and then, like, trust in the Hypnosis to let me massively raise my defense. And hope that Phnom just sweeps. I feel like it's either Phnom with, like, defensively set up, or Zovux initially and pivot. Psychic... Psychic does indeed resist Psychic, so that's the thing, is, like, the Psychic stuff that we're doing won't be super effective against Metatite, but their Confusion won't be super effective against us. So it's basically the thing of... But honestly, the Confusion is not what we're most afraid of from Metatite, because their pure power is, as an ability, is what's more scary, I think. So their physical moves is what's concerning. And most of their stuff is physical. Okay. Yes, Rock Tomb messes with flying, and that's something that, until we hit Lucario, is the case. And Lucario is obviously Steel type, so that's a thing. Yeah, Lucario is certainly... So flying, honestly, is a bit risky in this gym. Because both of the early two have Rock Tomb, and then Lucario resists. Well, would be neutral to flying, because with the steel. Okay, anyways. To make a decision. Zovux, realistically... That is true. How fast are people? 64 for Zovux, 65 for Nustive, 85 for Vonus, but Vonus is not a good opener. Phnom... Honestly, Vonus, if they outspeed, could hypothetically blitz and, like, one-shot if we're lucky. Because Metatite is weak to flying. So weak to flying, so super effective stab. And we could go for high crit ratio on Air Cutter, or we could just go for damage on Wing Attack. That's risky, though. I think probably it's Phnom or Zovux, but let's keep looking at stats. Kluve is the slowest by a long shot. Probably should evolve Kluve, but whatever. Phnom is abysmally slow. Lene is sort of in between. Yeah, that would be nice. So, I don't think Phnom's setup is a good idea, because we'll get hit by something guaranteed, and then Hypnosis might miss, and then we'd be hit by two things if we do that. An Extrasensory won't one-shot, because they're going to be neutral to it. So, I think Zovux, who is neutral, decently fast? How do they compare to Metatite? Metatite has a base speed of 60, where Rotom... Rotom has a base speed of 91, so should be faster. So, Zovux should outspeed. We could Ominous Wind, for super effective. So that would be stab super effective and with the better stat of the two. Has decent defense on both sides. I think Zovux is the way. I think Zovux is the opener for Meditite, and then we go from there. Because it'll be a lot simpler to deal with Machoke, and then we'll deal with the rest of it. Let's do it. Oh, I didn't evolve. I didn't fucking evolve Kloof. Oops. Oh well. Kloof realistically is a glass cannon we bring in if we get a clean switch. Yeah, if we get the buff, that's a whole other thing as well. Okay, Zovux, your first showing. Ominous Wind. We outspeed. Has to be expected. And we one-shot. Beautifully. Stab super effective is good. Now then, they should just go to Machoke, I imagine. Yep. And Machoke is just pure fighting. So, realistically, Ghost isn't super effective against them. We didn't get the Omni boost. But also, yeah, Machoke is much easier to handle. I'm considering them more as a period of setup than anything. So, realistically, we could swap to Phnom if we wanted and trust that they could take 2 hits. Because that's the one thing about Phnom is they are incredibly slow. And then we just pivot afterwards once it gets to Lucario. Because Lucario, we'd want to bring in our good old fire type, realistically. Yeah, I think I'll pivot to Phnom right now. Yeah, them being immune to... yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think staying in is smart. Also, they're not immune to Ghost. They're just, they don't even interact with Ghost other than it not affecting us. Normal is what's immune. Yeah, so I think Phnom is the answer? I think Vaunus could come in to just blitz them with high speed and, like, flying. Oh, that is the gimmick way out, and honestly, fuck it, we ball. It still can hit us with, Rock Tomb, but I think that's its only damaging move. And it has bad accuracy, so... I think this is our easiest win con. It's not honorable, but fuck it. Double team, baby! Oh wow, I actually hit a Rock Tomb through double team. And they crit? Jesus Christ. Lowered our speed, don't love that, but it's fine. At this point, the chance of them hitting should be egregiously low. Yep. Just gonna go full stacks unless they hit again. That should be 4. Given that much damage was a crit, I think we'll be fine if we get hit again. That should be 5. And now 6. We are untouchable. Alright. In which case, honestly, I think Ominous Wind is the way. Because neither of our typings directly interact with fighting. Yeah. At this fucking Ghost that is moving way too fast for its own good. Because, yeah, it doesn't resist Ghost, doesn't resist Electric. Both are stab for us. Ominous Wind can give stat boosts. Probably doesn't one-shot because it's just neutral stab, but you never know. Yeah, no. And no... Wow, it hit! Through... With 80 accuracy and fucking sextuple double teams? What? Now they're just focus energying. Okay. That's sort of surprising. We should be able to take the other hit, though, so we should be fine. I don't love that it outspeeds us now, though. Come on, we gotta get the stat boost at some point. I want my speed back up. You know, those 2 speed debuffs are actually sort of scary. Alright, Lucario. So they're gonna definitely outspeed us, but we have the accuracy. Like, the bad accuracy for them. Lucario shouldn't resist us. Yeah, no, Ghost and Electric unaffected. So we'll get the last Ominous Wind off. And we'll go from there. They missed the Metal Claw. Cool. I am worried that if we get hit at all, we will die. What? Not very effective? What? What do you mean? I'm literally looking at a thing right now that says that it doesn't... What? I'm confused. Fighting? Is it its ability? No, its ability wouldn't do that. Eh, whatever, I'm out of Ghost. Doesn't matter. Shockwave doesn't miss. Thundershock can paralyze. Yeah, it really shouldn't have any reason to have resisted. God, we're doing no damage. Oh, hit. It's not very effective. It's not very effective. It's doing fuck all damage to us. It got paralyzed. That might be enough for us to outspeed. Though, of course, they're going to just potion, probably, and if they have, like, a full restore or something, oh well. Yeah, we outspeed now. The fact that they've been Metal Clawing and that is not very effective is fucking a godsend. Because, actually, we're immune to the ground, we're immune to the fighting. Yeah, they literally only have Metal Claw as an option, so... Zobux was the answer. Well, got scary at the end there, with how many rock throws hit. Well, rock tombs, rather. But there we have it, Zobux sweep! We thought so much about that prep fight. All we needed was a funny ghost. A funny little ghost. Literally didn't use anyone else. God. Alright. The beautiful thing now is we're about to get Fly, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Alright. I believe... I'll just go back the way we came. Not hard. Assuming I don't run into walls. Yeah, very much so, I imagine. God, who knew that just being immune to most of the attacks and resistance to the only other one, and having double team wins you fights? Alright. A lot more prep than we needed for that one. Cool. There we go. And now we can put together our actual team. Leafeon does suddenly have a lot of merit now that we don't have a grass type. I forget where the relevant, like, mossy rock or whatever is, but we should be able to access that sooner than later if we can't already. I honestly forgot about Leafeon for a moment. I think that'll be something worthwhile for me to consider between streams, because I doubt we'll get to a point where we desperately need... Well, the water gym is a thing. I forget how quickly we get to the water gym, though. Anyways, Zobux, you did good. You're not part of the main party, though. I got my mainstays. Zelky is our electric type. Nom, maybe you'll do something someday. Lamosi, you, at least for the time being, are mainstay. Lumpsy, gotta have you. Dakir, of course. And I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, of course I fucking do. We fucking lost our starter, that's why. Yeah, right, okay, so it's entirely possible, depending on how long the stream goes, that we might get to the water gym today. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll see how things go, because also we're about to get Fly, I think. So we can do that. Like, we can, like, make our way to the city, and then once it's time to set up teams, we'll see where we're at, and we can fly back to Eterna City if we need to. Lene is a nice mon, but god, are they squishy. And I sort of want to keep them alive for any relevant fights if possible. I don't know who I'd do instead, though, honestly. We could have Fire for fire's sake. Who is our other mainstay? She does have Magical Leaf for coverage. I'll do it. And in a level, she'll actually come online with Psychic, so that's fair. I'll let her get a chance. We spent all this effort to get her, so might as well. Okay. Yeah, normal types can also be good. Alright, let's see. Where is the fight again? Is it just like when we leave town or something? The Galactic Warehouse. Right. That should be over here, I think. Yes. Don't know if Honest is the best one in front, but whatever. Actually, this probably would have been a good Lene fight if they have poison types. That's two flying poison types. But let's see. Here isn't relevant. Here they are flying type, which I think flying resists flying, but I don't know. Is that the case? They don't interact. Okay, never mind. So I could just sweep with Vonus. Oh yeah, Sludge Bomb is always one of those elusive ones where it's like, it's always good to have if you have a poison type, but almost always it's really hard to get. Okay, not a one-shot, but I think we're fine to stick with Vonus for at least these two. And god, do we not take damage, even when they focus us. It's almost as if we're 8 levels higher. Gravity? Okay. You do realize I'm a flying type, right, Clefairy? What are you doing, Dawn? Don't tell me you're gonna be, like, earthquaking or some shit. You will kill me. Sings and there's nothing there. Stunky. And Krogunk. Okay, Krogunk is actually good. Because the air cutter will fuck that guy up. And it's a crit, so of course it one-shots. I was not sure if it was going to one-shot, but with a crit, absolutely. Smokescreen is gross. Why are they just singing? Yeah, probably something along those lines. Let's see if I can get through the smoke screen. I can. And it just kills. There we go. We are more physical than special, so Air Cutter is sort of the weaker of the two outside of being multi-target. Alright. There we go. That's that. And then... I believe... I don't think there's anything else we need to do at the warehouse, but there might be items. Okay, no, Looker's gonna bring us into the warehouse. Alright. Yes, I'm hoping for a lot of catches in the near future here. Yes, stealing from children, how horrible. I would never do such a thing. Anyways, time to fight a random child and steal their money. Yep, there's Fly. There we go. There's Fly. That is fucking huge. Don't know if I'll teach it to our boy, though, Avanis, because it would sort of clog things with the flying moves they already have. Cool, 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 cool. Lots of catches. That is very nice to hear. Alright, in which case, though I'm not that hurt, let's heal up. And keep going. Where am I going? Why am I going this way? That's not where the Pokemon Center is. I completely went the wrong direction. I think I might be a bit tired, but oh well. Want to see if we can at least get to next town. We have not been streaming long. Admittedly, actually, is worth acknowledging. It is entirely possible something might come out in, like, the next 11 minutes. You never know. Alright. Now, I think it's this way that we go? It's the new route, after all, so... Route 214. What do we have here? So here it's Rhyhorn or Houndour are the possible catches. Okay. Unavoidable fight. Yeah, we still need a teaser, but I don't think a teaser was announced, but an EP was for Nangong. So realistically, that if Zenless is coming out tomorrow, it should be tonight, actually. Yeah, Rhyhorn, I think, is the best option for us here. Anyways, I don't know if Poison is the best move to be here, but... What's our best answer to Psychic? Nothing in our team currently, so it's just hit hard. Okay. And don't use Fighting or Psychic. Well, actually, no. Dark moves. So, to avoid super effective Psychic stuff, I think... Oh no, Zelky's only level 27. Still higher level for now, but I think Vonus without speeding probably can just bite Obliterate when being 9 levels above. Oh, duh, ground move. Ground moves do in fact work, you are right. They have magnitude, so... I was not thinking much. Alright, but bites should make a clean victory, honestly. These are not beefy boys or girls. Oh yeah, poison and ground is where ground is, duh, yeah. I know your tricks, Drifloon. Your evolution is painful. Anyways, get bit. There it goes. Yeah, it's both of them that have Aftermath. Gross. Alright. Mean look. Definitely an important move for sure. Nah. Could be good for catching purposes, but... actually, I'll keep it and replace Confuse Ray. Because honestly, that could make Vonus our catcher for more elusive Mons. Like if we run into another Abra or something that has like Roar or something. Alright. Ooh, berries. Okay, what's the chances on Rhyhorn? Just curious. Uh, 20% at night, 30% during day. So they're the higher chance of the two options we have. Alright. Time to see if we catch something. Who's our best catcher right now? Because I just got the mean look, but that's not super relevant all the time. There's not really a specific person who's great, so I'll just have the highest level person in front. Or maybe I just put... maybe I put Takir in front to be tanky. Yeah, let's go with that. Do want to get other people up to level real quick, though. Yeah, Beautifly would have been nice for catching. But sadly, no. Just gonna bring anyone who's behind to 30. Oh, Yawn! We're already... no, Water Gun can be removed. Who needs Water Gun? Suddenly, Lompsy is our catcher. Who would have thought? Oh, Swagger. You really don't need Tackle. I mean, sure. It's a silly move. I don't really trust Confusion, but sure. Ah, Zelky Evolution! Very nice, very nice. Yeah, realistically, I think we'll catch what's on this route, keep going until it hits 9, and then we'll see if something releases. If it does, I'll probably just make my way back to town, and then do the reaction, because the one benefit of the Daylight Savings Time is it means that if something comes out mid-stream, we actually have at least a couple hours of stuff that we got to do before the pivot. So yeah, I think that'll be the plan. If nothing comes out, we keep going. Body Slam can paralyze, good accuracy. I need a better ground move on Lamosi. I have Earthquake in the back pocket, but don't want to waste that on someone who dies. Hidden Power is also weird and wacky. Don't know if we need it, though. Could be funny typing, though, so I think I'll get rid of one of the ground moves. I don't like bad accuracy. Even if it's the higher damage one, I don't like bad accuracy. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. No need to rely on bad accuracy Mud Bomb, then. And there's the Lamosi evolution. Everyone's at 30 who we didn't need when the cap was 32, and everyone we did need was at 33. There we go! Now officially a ground type, and probably learns better ground moves. Which means we have double ground representation, which isn't, like, great, but not a bad thing. Or, like, not horrible, at least. Damn, I just noticed Takir's the only guy in the group. Anyways, let's snag ourselves a Mon. Okay, I guess we're getting a Houndour. Would have preferred the Rhyhorn, but I like Houndour. Gives us options for fire, I guess. Yawn. God damn it. I guess we get nothing. Why did it have to open with Roar? God fucking damn it. What great luck. Why do all the dogs have Roar? I should also double check what our level cap is. I can't believe it happened again. 37. We can't fucking catch anything this run. Nothing wants to be caught. Honestly, while I'm doing, like, leveling and stuff, I'm just gonna give one more level, though 37 is the cap to Lene, just to make Lene actually come online and be powerful. Yeah, no, at least we lost something that we already had the typing for, other than the Dark. Yeah, so Psychic, absolutely better than Confusion here, despite the bad PP. Yeah, at which point, pretty good moveset, all things considered, until we get a Grass type and can replace Magical Leaf. Do they just look up and down? Because if so, I could go up and around, hypothetically. I can't fucking talk. Dig, okay. That's nice. I always am weird with the fly and dig moves, but they are good. Something about, like, the 1-2 punch thing is always sort of just strange to me. In the right circumstance, they can massively cheese things, though. Ooh, a max repel, how nice. Okay, good to know. I will go that way. Ah, the cave, the Ruin Maniac cave. There's Dig. And now, let's catch ourselves a hippo. Get back in front, Lumpsy, who is shockingly one of our tankier Mons. And now we're fishing for a hippo. Don't know how uncommon the hippo is, though. They are a 5% chance. Jesus Christ, I honestly may come back here in my own time if we don't get it soon. Yeah, no, I do remember that. I do remember that being a thing. Yeah, okay. I'll give it a couple more chances, and then I'll leave it alone for now, because it's not like we're desperate for a ground type. And if I leave it alone, I'll... yeah, the tragedy of the Nuzlocke, I can't catch more unknown to make it easier here, unless I just forgo using any of the unknown. Alright. Now, just a couple more tries. Want to see if I get lucky. Alright. And surprisingly, unless it's late, nothing is coming out. Huh. Sometimes they'll be a couple minutes late, but usually not. So, I suppose nothing tonight, meaning more Pokemon! Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm not desperate for a hippo right now. Yeah, that's a fair way of doing it. That is absolutely a fair way of doing it. I personally aim for the more, like, pure form of the just catch what actually you run into and don't catch anything else, but the rules of Nuzlocke are so just complete. Oh, Magmarizer. If we get a Magmar, then that's nice. The rules of a Nuzlocke are so fluid and based on the person that now you show up, that it's not something I ever am concerned about, the difference in people's rules. Yeah, during those gyms it will be very nice to have, but prior to that, not too concerned. I just walked into that. Not even a quick turn. Good old Ronald with the shield on. I don't know if Takira is the best person to have in front right now. Because shield on being rock, steel... Oh no, ground is actually good against them. I forgot that ground is one of the few things good against steel. Magnitude. Oh no, that's totally fair. For more completionist-minded stuff, I like that rule set. At least for Pokemon, I'm just not as completionist. It's weird, because I am weirdly completionist in a lot of games, but never in Pokemon, really. I've never really been a massively perfectionist, like, completionist type for Pokemon. Which is very strange, given what the whole tagline of the game was for the longest time. Alright, I'll just use a Repel and Brave the Grass. Wubaba. I'll use these basic repels someday anyways. Also, there's an item in here. Also, this is a dead end. Never mind. But a red shard's a red shard. Turn around, my good sir. There we go. Ah, yes, Valor Lakefront. Here... there's other encounters, I imagine. Valor Lakefront... Ah, yes, Giraffarig. It's either that or Cricketune. Gee, I wonder what we'll get. Let's get our catcher out in front. Oh, good to know, good to know. If we ever have one of those, good to grab. Item. I guess we have a Repel on right now. Ultra Ball! That's nice to have. There's the Repel. There's the encounter. And there's a Giraffarig. Another Psychic is another Psychic, though we are just past the point where it was most relevant. Yawn. Alright. Ball time. I believe it should be nighttime officially now. So Dusk Ball. So I'm honestly not too concerned about it catching a Girafarig. So I might switch to the Great Balls just to use them. Okay, it's just upping its agility. And now it's asleep for real, which means it'll be easier to catch. I'll do another Dust Ball for now. Yeah, no. Against poison stuff, absolutely could have use. Do we get it? There we go. Just needed to be asleep. Just needed a bit of EP. Alright, what to call Girafarig? I remember last time I named one of these, I did the gimmick of their name, but in a different name. Do I repeat the pattern? Bababab. Yeah, Bababab. There we go. That works. Bababab. Alright, there we go. I am falling apart at the seams, evidently, if I'm just making noises. And now we are here, which is a place and such, for sure. This is the part of the game that I definitely get much fuzzier about where to go. Route 213 is just right here. Yeah, and that's where we want to go, so. That is a house, not a route. Unless it secretly is the route. I think that is secretly the route. Yes, it is. Give me an item. Yellow shard. Yeah. No, I definitely think I won't go too much longer in the stream, even though it's been short. Because I definitely feel myself fading a little bit. A quick turn! Also, I probably shouldn't have Dakir out on the beach. So I think probably what I'll do is I'll see about getting us to town, to, like, the next city, basically. And then I'll sort of, I think I'll call it there. Between now and next time, I can assess, like, what we want to do for the gym, plan that out ahead of time, and go from there. Don't love that Vaunus isn't at full health. Yeah, no, this week's gonna be long for streams, so I think I'm okay with leaving this one a little short, but I want to get to the city to be a good stop point, because then I can go back, do some things, prep some stuff for next time. Don't love Vaunus' low health. Zelky is the right answer, what am I even saying? Yeah, I potentially, depending on how long it takes us to get to the city, I could see doing that fight as the conclusion to this stream. Double Edge, interesting. Especially when it does 6 damage. Spark. We need a better light, like electric move on Zelky. There we go. Still enough to one-shot it. Yeah, so we're pretty close to the city. I was forgetting exactly how close we were, but if we're that close, yeah, that's easy. Alright, getting Jakir out. Why am I going to the back? Out of front. Because we are on the beach. Zelky, it is your time. There is a random fisherman. I do not care for you. Trying to see if I can... Wow, okay, they quick turned and can reach that far. Impressive. I just wanted to get that item. Yeah, that is fair. I could pick up extra encounters there. I think that's why I was forgetting how quick the city is, was just because I was remembering we had a lot of other encounter chances before, like, that we could get before the gym. This is a normal type. I'm gonna bite it. I always feel like Zelky should be dark type. Okay, good to know, good to know. He doesn't give us Rock Climb, though, right? He just talks about it. Because I feel like Rock Climb is much later, right? Feint Attack. Is that now actually Dark-type secretly? Am I going insane? I know Perugly is. At least I think they are. Yeah, that's what I thought. One of the few things I remember is Rock Climb being absurdly late game. Forgot exactly where it is, though. Aerial Ace. Okay, okay. Could use that on someone at some point. Alright, we haven't caught on anything on this route yet. So, new encounter. Wingull, Buizel, the other Shellos, or Chatot, and we already have Shellos, so I'm not going to say the different ones matter. Also, Chatot is actually not possible at this time of day. Okay. So, it's most likely Buizel, possibly Wingull. Let me get my catcher in front, though. Buizel is nice if we want just a fast, pure water type, though. So I wouldn't be against that, and another flyer in Wingull wouldn't be terrible. Words escape me. As much as I like you, no. I already have you. I have your sister. Yep. Yep. Not a lot of options, but I'll take it. An extra water type is good. Always good to have redundancies and different use cases. Because I will admit, Gastrodon versus Weasel serve very different roles, potentially. Yeah, if we get to the Elite Four, we'll have some serious team planning to have to do, given that Cynthia is a not specific type trainer, which will complicate things. We've dealt with similar things before. There's a Weasel. Let's just make sure we catch it, and then we'll be good. It yawned. And then I'll throw some balls. Pursuit? Alright. I'll throw a dust ball. Why not? Did we get ball one before they even fall asleep? That we do, that we do. Hell yeah. There we go. Yeah, no, if necessary, we absolutely could have attacked. I don't think it was necessary, though. What to name the Buizel? Henlo or Senlo, however you want to pronounce it. I have not decided yet. They are in the box, and they are in a quantum state until I decide. There we go. Swapping things back around. Despite the fact that we should just be getting into town right now. Alright, Pastoria City. Now, am I remembering correctly that the rival fight is right before you enter the gym? Yeah, okay. And they have a Staravia, Buizel, a Roselia, and a Monferno. Okay. Pretty straightforward team. We have answers. Because we bring Gastrodon for Monferno. We have... I'm forgetting what I named them, but we have Ponyta for the Roselia. If not, just Vonnis. Honestly, Vonnis will just be the better answer, because they're the one that is a mainstay. For Buizel, we don't have a grass type anymore, which is sad. I could Magical Leaf it up, but there are other options. Obviously, the easiest one being Zelky. Zelky can handle that. And then Zelky could also handle Staravia. So I think it's Zelky double teams the Staravia and Weasel. And then Vaunus handles Roselia, and Lamosi handles Monferno. And Takir could also handle Monferno. So why did I move Zelky out of the front? I should not do that. So I think we're completely fine. No need to worry. That is good to know, though, that the heart scale guy is here. That is good. I don't think we have many heart scales currently, but I could scrounge them, hypothetically. So I think we are good and ready now that I've healed. Let's do it. Let's end things well, despite things being sort of crappy so far. With all the failed encounters and the losses. Honestly, still not a horrible stream, though. We made good progress. The gym fight went very easy. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like I vaguely remember that. Oh no, not the Intimidate for my special moves. Anyways, get intimidated. Spark. Oh god, fucking double team. Yes, Platinum has been wild so far. God damn it, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. It's not gonna be a hard... I also just realized I didn't level to appropriate level for this fight. Hopefully I'm fine. The highest they have is 36. We're all at 30 at least, so... hopefully we're fine. Fucking Endeavor? Fucking Endeavor. I guess I'm not using Zelky on fucking Weasel. What the fuck? I guess I am magical leafing it up. Yeah, Zovox is definitely the standout right now between the electric types. I like Zelky, but one has done better than the other this time. Linnea is one of our highest leveled, and is also one with the move we want. We gotta trust them to be able to tank. Just a little bit. Okay, we're fine against the Aqua Jet. Psychic would be the biggest stab, but I think Magical Leaf is still the best answer. Pursuit, thank God they did that this turn rather than last, but also it is super effective, which ain't great, but it didn't do much. And that's a crit one-shot. That's what we like to see, Linnea. Good first showing, Linnea. I like that. That makes me happy. And now I will not risk you any further, because they have brought out their ace. Luckily, a water ground type should handle this quite well. Because also it's a good idea not to throw Takir against Monferno, because I think they should have a fighting type move by now. Yes, that is the one nice thing about the dark type to psychic, like, back and forth. Anyways, Water Pulse. Fucking Leer. Don't love that. Okay, not a one-shot, but we absolutely tank whatever they throw at us. And they don't heal. Okay, I guess our defense did get lowered. I was expecting that to be a crit with how much damage it did. But we killed, so we're fine, we're fine. Yeah, Surf will be absolutely worthwhile picking up for Lamosi. Because they need just a better ground and water move in general. And then there's Roselia, which we do not want Lamosi out for this. But we have the answer in Vaunus. For both poison and for grass. Magical Leaf. Does fuck all. And then we wing attack, and they probably instantly die, because Vonus is one of our highest leveled mons. There we go. It was scary that I went into this not fully leveled, but we had direct answers to everything. It was fine. Got a little scared at the beginning with the fucking double team into Endeavor move, but it's fine. Yeah, Vonus is easily the MVP. I'm very happy with Vonus in the team. It's been a minute since I've been able to do a Nuzlocke where I actually have a Crobat that survives long. So seeing it come to fruition is so nice. But yeah, with that, though it is definitely a shorter stream than usual, for sure, I definitely am on the tireder side and definitely need to do some prep for this gym, because we do not have a great selection of mons for a water gym, and we have a lot of encounter possibilities. It's possible I'll leave the like safari and stuff to do on stream right before the fight, but I don't know. We'll see what I do. I like catching on stream if I can, but it might streamline things if I do it ahead of time, so I can actually integrate them into teams and plan ahead accordingly. But yeah, so I think I'll leave things there. I realize it's been a bit shorter, but given that I'm about to go on a marathon of streaming, evidently, between Star Rail and Zenless in the next couple days, and then either later this week or next week Enfield again, yeah, probably worthwhile to spread things out a little bit. So, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed. It definitely has continued to be a roller coaster this run, though we've had some tragic losses, especially our starter. We have a lot of our mainstays still. Zelki, Vonus, and Takir are staying strong, with Vonus and Takir being very much like MVPs in general for just traversal, Vonus being MVP in general, and just in general. And we had some good showings from our other mons, so I'm happy with it. I'm happy. Yeah, and yeah, so look out for, I guess tomorrow, if that's when it's actually coming out for Zenless. Cause, yeah, definitely gonna stream that. And then I'll be streaming Star Rail the day after when that comes out. Cause, yeah, I need to double check what actually is coming out, because I feel like the special program was surprisingly unclear on if there was a new storyline happening or just events. So, actually, I'll just check that now while I'm finishing up stream so that you guys know what I'm going to be doing. HSR... What would be the best way to find this? Like 4.1... and then just, like, look at what it's releasing. Yeah, so Ashvale, the light cones, the warps. There's events. Yeah, no, there is a new Trailblaze mission. There is. They just, like, didn't really promote it. Anyways. Yeah, so I'll be doing that. When that comes out. And that'll be a good 1-2 earlier this week, back and, like, one into the other. And then, after that, it's possible this following weekend I'll stream Enfield, but, I'll have to see how, like, busy I am, and regardless, at the latest, I'll do it on Tuesday next week. So a week from now. I do want to do a lot more Enfield if I can, though, because if I could catch up with the story right around in time for 1.2 to come out, that would be really cool, and that's like a few weeks from now. So that's sort of like my mental goal for getting to like a certain point in Enfield right now, because then I can be there for the release of it. I can be there for the hype, not need to worry about spoilers or anything. And yeah, so I think that's sort of where my plan is. Yeah, and next week absolutely will be Enfield is what I do. And next Pokemon stream at the earliest would be next week on the weekend again. So like a week from now at the earliest. If not that, I'll figure it out. But I'd say that's my intention is to do it in about a week from now. Well, 2 weeks from now, rather. But yeah, so we'll see. But with that, I'll leave things for now as is. Keep an eye out for streams. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Bye-bye.